Welcome back, dear viewers. We are going to continue our discussion and we are going to move on to King Faisal International Prize. The efforts of custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, are a milestone in the service and support of Islam, which reflects approach that this blessed country has been pursuing since its foundation by King Abdulaziz on the principles of Islam and Shura as basis for governing and organizing life in Saudi Arabia. In recognition of his great efforts in serving Islam and Muslim causes, King Salman bin Abdulaziz received King Faisal International Prize for the Service of Islam 2017. In this regard, I would like to welcome Mrs. Dima Bashir Al-Azem. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
The King Faisal International Prize aims at enriching human thought and also contributing to the advancement of humanity. Tell us about its impact in supporting and motivating the literary, medical, Islamic and scientific branches in our society.
The King Faisal International Prize was established by the King Faisal Foundation in 1976 after the passing of King Faisal by the sons and daughters of King Faisal. The aim of the goal of the prize was to honor scientists, scholars, and great minds who have contributed to humanity in different ways. So it was set to be given at the beginning in 1979. The prize was given in three fields, three categories: service to Islam, Islamic studies, and Arabic language and literature. 2 years later, they added the medicine prize and the science prize to encourage, to honor and to honor the works of different scientists and scholars from all over the world in those four fields. The service to Islam category is a prestigious prize. It is not a scientific nor an academic prize. However, the other four, Islamic studies, Arabic language and literature, medicine and science, are all purely scientific and academic prizes that the King Faisal International Prize adopts so far.
Serving Islam or the Islamics when it comes to this field of this prize is not confined to studies and academic things.
Procedures, no. Like I said, it's an honorary award that is given to people who have served humanity and Islam and Muslims in different ways, by educating them, by supporting them, by helping Muslims in different ways. But the other fields they go through different nomination, selection, and announcement procedures.
That's great. The prize ceremony included other prizes. How was your mechanism in selecting the winners, and how many?
How many winners this year? Okay. So the selection procedure starts a year and a half before the ceremony that you saw on TV. The King Faisal International Prize General Secretariat sends requests for nominations to different institutions, scientific and academic institutions, not to individuals, not to political institutions or religious institutions. It is purely academic and scientific. So we receive nominations. We sort them to make sure that they're compliant with the topic of each prize category. We send them to international experts for shortlisting and for peer reviewing. And then once this is done, we send them to international referees who write reports and recommendations about each nominated individual or institution. And then by the time, this takes like months for each of these phases that I just listed. The last bit of that procedure is the selection committees. They come to Riyadh, they convene and they meet in Riyadh for 2 weeks, and there's a selection committee for each prize category. They study all the reports that they received. They look at all the candidates, at all the given names, and they choose. They make the final decision. Following that, Prince Khalid Al Faisal and the Secretary General of the King Faisal Prize, they hold a small event inviting mostly media people, and they announce the names of the winners. This is usually done in January. And then a month or two later, the winners are invited to come to Riyadh, and they come from different parts of the world to receive their prize from the custodian of the two holy mosques, who actually this year, King Salman won the prize in service to Islam.
Mrs. Dina, how do you perceive the numbers of the participants in this prize? The numbers of nominees and the numbers, how do you perceive the participation?
We do not know anything about, even us at the King Faisal Foundation and the King Faisal International Prize, we do not know who is nominated, who the selection committees are, members are, who the referees are. It's all the steps of the procedures of nominating and selecting the winners are extremely confidential. So we only know the names of the winners, which are announced in January. This is the only thing we know. So we don't even know the numbers of nominated people or institutions.
Great. Every year, King Faisal International Prize is distinguished by its strength, richness, in supporting most important branches of international science, for example. It is at its 39th session this year. How do you rate and perceive the echoes of this prize abroad?
Internationally?
Internationally.
We've been working on this aspect. There has been some coverage in the past few years. The prize has been covered in some top media platforms like BBC, other like journals, and I don't think we have reached our goal yet internationally. This year the news has been published in, for example, since we have winners from the Netherlands and Japan and Switzerland, so the news was published in specifically these countries, because the winners came from these countries, so we try to focus on these countries to publish the news in the countries of the winners. In addition to the United States, the United Kingdom. However, I think we can do more. It is not easy to get to the international media, even though it's an international prize. And we are working towards getting better international coverage.
That's
hopefully.
Great.
Maybe next year, with the 40th anniversary of the prize, we will get better coverage, because we're doing more. We're celebrating the 40 years.
You're expecting better coverage?
We hope so. We're working towards better coverage, so we hope we will get it.
God willing. Is there a specific program that is being done by King Faisal Institution and the Prize Authority for the winners, and is meant for workshops, meetings, and social and special tours?
When the winners come to Riyadh, we develop a program to each one of them. Each one of them gives a lecture in the field of his study. So, for example, the winners in Islamic studies and Arabic language and literature, they gave fantastic lectures in the King Faisal Center for Research and Islamic Studies, which is a body that functions under the King Faisal Foundation. The medicine winner gave a lecture at King Saud University in the field of his study. And the science winners, we had 2 winners this year, they also gave a lecture. It was like a symposium at the King, at KAUST, at the King Abdulaziz City for Science and Technology. In addition to that, we take them on tours to like sightseeing tours. We take them to Thumama, we take them to King Abdulaziz Historical Center, Al-Masmak, Qasr al-Murabba, to different places. We took them to, actually the next day, the day following the prize ceremony, the award ceremony, King Khalid al-Faisal had an exhibition, an art exhibition and a charity auction dinner for his paintings. So we took them there. It was this event was done inside King Faisal's palace, attended by different dignitaries and people and guests. So they enjoyed that. They got to see King Faisal's palace and attend an event there. So it depends every year on what's happening around during their visit, but we make sure that we make them see and visit different parts of Riyadh. Following their visit to Riyadh, all the winners, and this is something we started last year, engage with us in giving lectures in different parts of the world, and so that we don't limit ourselves to Riyadh. So they do go in the name of King Faisal International Prize to deliver a lecture about their field of study. So it's either medicine or science or Arabic language or Islamic studies.
That's great. The winner of this prize this year is custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. No doubt that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has exerted many efforts in restoring, maintaining stability and security in the region, helping our brothers, for example, in Syria, helping the Yemeni people in restoring legitimacy, and also the attention and focus of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia hasn't been distracted from, for example, our main cause, the Palestinian cause. But how do you perceive just the efforts of custodian of the two holy mosques in helping, spreading, maintaining stability and security in the region?
You basically listed the things, the different things that we call them in the prize the justifications for his winning the prize. King Salman has supported a lot of causes that. A lot of Muslim causes, a lot of Arab causes, to unite the Arabs and the Muslims. He established the King Salman Center for Relief and Humanitarian Aids to aid Arab and Islamic countries. He's done a lot of initiatives and a lot of, you can just go on and on and on if you want to talk about what he has provided for the Muslim community and for Islam. And being the custodian of the two holy mosques and doing what he's been doing for the Hajj and Umrah and the pilgrims and everything and all the facilitation and all. So he has played a great role in serving Islam, and this is why he won this prize.
That's great. Just one last question, Mrs. Dima. When it comes to the fields that are covered by this international prize, did you cover and comprehend all the fields necessary for this prize, or are you going to, for example, include something in the future?
Introduce new fields?
Yes.
This is something we're actually looking at. There's a commission for the King Faisal International Prize. It's got different members. and they are now studying these options, especially, like I said, we're celebrating 40 years next year, so this could be a good time to introduce a new category. The idea is there, they're looking at it, they're studying it, and it might happen and it might not happen, we don't know. But we've been asked this question for many years. We'll wait and see.
Unfortunately, we run out of time. We cannot but thank you very much, Mrs. Dima Bashir Al-Azem, the Public Relations Director for King Faisal Foundation and King Faisal International Prize. Thank you again for spending this time with us.
Thank you very much.
Dear viewers, we've reached the end of this episode. We cannot but thank you very much for watching. A special thanks to Sayyir Al-Shahri, Saud Al-Kathiri, and Muhammad Al-Gahtani, and others who help us in this program. Until we meet again, have a good and pleasant time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.